Hi there, welcome back to another vlog. I'm out for a lunch walk. I typically do 3 walks per day, morning, before breakfast and stuff like that, after lunch, and then during the evening, either directly after work or after I've eaten dinner. Super lovely. My goal is to hit 10k steps per day, and so far I've probably been hitting that for a few days now, weeks maybe. But yeah, that's like a big recommendation to get more steps in during the days, especially if you have an office job or sit behind a computer every day for work. So get outside, enjoy, breathe, listen to a podcast or something. I'm listening to the 10x podcast. It's a Swedish podcast, and Josephine is hosting that one. She's a performance coach, so very great podcast to listen to. But one thing, as you may have noticed, there's a new link in my description. It's a link to the new school community. Actually, it's the Ironman Community I've just launched, and I've been working a lot on behind the scenes, but it's launched. Check it out, let me know what you think, and let's make it the biggest community out there, right? But otherwise, it's Wednesday now, and it's a great day, quite warm, just under 20 degrees. Done some sessions already. I have been to the gym 2 times this week already. Haven't done any like endurance training yet. We'll probably do a 30-minute run later tonight, and some like prehab mobility exercises as well is the plan. So yeah, gonna enjoy. But there's a lot of things happening. I have so much to do at my day job as well, so trying to manage it all. It's a bit hectic, but kind of what I like, to have a lot on my plate. Kind of prefer at least to have more on my plate than too little, because then I need to organize, structure, and stick to it, right? So that's it. Gonna get home now, continue to work, and I'll see you later. Whoa! So it's about 5:30 or something p.m. now, but look how nice. It's a beautiful evening. It was maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago we had this type of weather, so very nice. Of course, had to do a run, about 30 minutes at 5:30 pace-ish, but I'm feeling heavy. I did legs yesterday at the gym, so that might answer why I'm feeling heavy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Will feel nice. Look at the air. It's quite warm, 22 degrees, so sweating, but that's what I enjoy. So yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Let's see, just look. Gonna walk some. It's quite tiring to speak when I run, but I've had a great day. Loads of things at my day job at the moment, so rushing through a lot of stuff. Wanna get through my own stuff. Wanna fit training into that as well, but I'm managing it. I have a bit lower of training volume for a few weeks now planned, and then from November 1st I will train a lot more. So the journey towards sub 9 it has started, but the specific journey will start on November 1st. So for now, time to continue, get back home. So morning, it is 8 a.m. now, Friday morning, and what's the weather? Let's see. It's quite cloudy today, and The Ultra Human app said like, I was out for a walk this morning and it was like, oh, you're in the perfect window now to get some sunlight. But I was like, nope, no sunlight this morning, just air. And that is still great, of course. But living in Sweden now, especially the upcoming period, the mornings and the evenings will become darker and darker, and getting that sunlight during the morning and evening will be hard. But during lunchtime, if there is sun, I will try to consume as much as possible, of course. I wanted to talk a bit more about the community and show you a bit inside. Actually, as I mentioned, I've launched the Ironman Community now that I've talked about before, and wanted to show you a bit what you would find inside. So let me show you on my screen here. And I use School, which is one of the most popular platforms, of course. But you, of course, have the community feed. I have some posts in here now with some people. So I have different categories like introduction. If you're new here, do an introduction, daily accountability wins, general, announcements, that's more for me. Train smarter, fuel smarter if you have questions regarding training or fueling. We'll see if I add one more category here, because I'm also gonna add some more generic training plans as well to the community. So you have that, and then I will have a category here where you can ask questions about the training plans. But then there's classrooms. My coaching offer is here as well, so you have information about that, and if you want to schedule a call for that. But then also some resources about fueling, gear setup, metrics, race weeks, mental side, time management. I haven't completed this 4 yet. I've only done fueling and gear setup for now. I'm working on the others. Then there's the calendar. I will host Q&As every second week is the plan. And then I will also host workshops and invite guests to speak. And then, this is the about page. Is $99 per month at the moment, or $999 per year. At the moment, we're 8 members for now, but I've just launched it. So here's the about page. Nothing really crazy. And as I mentioned, I will also create a few training plans to include, which makes it a kind of a one-stop shop for every athlete, essentially. But for first-timers, maybe if they feel lost, don't know where to start, they could get themselves a training plan. And I will start with doing some generic ones, and then offer my help to do some small adjustments to make it fit their planned schedule ahead. Like if they have multiple races or just one race, we can do some adjustments on that. Or maybe can add some guidelines as well to make it easy to adjust yourself. But then if you want more help, more personalized training plan, that is an upsell or an upgrade. Just to be fully transparent with you, I like to be transparent. I think it's important. But just with the community, you should be able to basically get everything you need for your Ironman prep. To start off feeling like confident immediately, you can ask loads of questions. You can share your wins, your struggles, and you can see other people's wins, get motivated and inspired by that. And I'm really excited for this, and I really feel that this suits me so well to build this, to create this, and to work on this. And now trying to get members in, have a few already, hopefully get a few more in the upcoming days. If you're interested, the link is in the description down below. And if you have any feedback or like questions about it, you can ask in the comments down below or send me a DM on Instagram. That's totally fine as well. So that's it for now. I'm gonna open my work computer for my day job, and then in a few hours it is a weekend and I have a lot more time to work on my own stuff. So see you later. Can I have the last dance with you? Can I have the last dance with you? See, perfect. There, right? I'm chatting with ChatGPT now about like my fitness level, about like where I am today and where I need to be for next summer when I do Ironman Copenhagen. If I want to do that one sub 9, I need to improve in some ways, of course. So I did just under 9:54 in Kalmar this summer. I will need to find about 50 minutes to go for maybe 8:55 Ironman in Copenhagen, to have some play there for the last few minutes. But it's quite interesting actually, as like my swim, it's not the most time consuming discipline of the three, right? But I did it in just under 1:16 in Kalmar, which is way too slow. So I will need to find about 10 to maybe 12 minutes there. So my goal would be to maybe going from a threshold at, I think mine is at 150 per 100 meter, to about 130 threshold, and then at race I would probably have to do a 102, 105 swim. Then keep my transition a bit faster. I did it in about 6 minutes in Kalmar, so we'll have to do it about 4. But then when we come to the cycling part, is quite interesting. My FTP today is 312, so 312 watts. That is, I'm weighing 83 kilograms at the moment, so that is about 3.7 watts per kilo. It's still a great FTP value, and my bike is the strongest discipline for sure of the three, and I don't have to become that much faster or stronger in the bike. I did it in 9:40, 9:28. I think it was just under 4:50 in Kalmar. And I need to find at least, I would like to find maybe 15 to 20 minutes in the bike. And I reckon I had a bit more in me during this race, but I was so well paced, and I had my target pace to hold during Kalmar, so I just stick to that. But I probably could have added a few more watts throughout the race. But the goal for Copenhagen would be to have my FTP at maybe 340 watts to 345, to lift that with about 30 watts throughout this training period. So at Kalmar this year I averaged about 236 watts. Normalized was 244, so I wasn't that consistent in my cadence or pedaling in a way. But about 236 was my average, and I probably will have to average 250, 260 in Copenhagen to get some more speed up, to be around the 40 kph mark is the plan. And Copenhagen is quite a flat surface, so you can reach quite high speed there. And then I can reach finish time in about 4:25, 4:30 would be great to do the bike. I think that is, I'm not that worried about the bike or the swim, because I have to find about 10, 12 minutes in the swim, and I could do that with the upcoming year of preparation. Now I will start swimming with the local triathlon club and improve a lot going forward. And the bike, I'm still at a good level. I have to lift myself a bit, and I'm not that worried about that either. The run though, the run is the big one. My threshold pace today is 4:04. I did my marathon at Ironman Kalmar at 3:37:52, so just under 3:38, and that is a 5:10 pace. And I have to find about 30 to 35 minutes at the marathon there, which means I have to train for a sub 3 marathon basically, And one thing about an Ironman, and something my coach told me or teach me, is that throughout an Ironman race you drop about 5% of your performance after each discipline. So let's say I want to do a sub 3 marathon during the Ironman. In that case, I maybe have to train to be able to do a 2:45 because I lose some performance, and then I end up at a sub 3 marathon. But in my case, I want to do maybe a 2:55 to 3:10, somewhere around there, which is crazy fast. It's about 4:15 to 4:25 pace on average, and I need to get my threshold pace from 4:04 to 3:40, 3:45, which is also a mega jump. And that will help me get myself to a sub 9 eventually, if I get everything right, keep the transition times short, and to get that going. But the run will be the biggest challenge, of course, and but I'm super excited about it. I will take the upcoming weeks now to get my hip and knee and stuff like that more in check, and so I can really start running a lot more, because the volumes will be a lot higher during this prep. Would probably be about between 40 to up to 90k per week. If you're doing just purely a marathon prep, you reach higher than that, but since I have the bike and the swim to also combine it with and strength work, I will be around that mark, and the peak weeks will be about 90k, and the lower weeks 40-50 at lowest. We'll do a lot more brick workouts, like after a 4-hour bike ride I will do like 20, 25, 28k run with some threshold pace and some race pace as well, which, yeah, that feels crazy. I only did 4k or 20 minutes at as long as during my last prep, and then of course the race. But I will of course walk you through my plan a lot more later on. I will start the specific prep at I think it is like November 3rd, which is the first Monday of November basically, will be my first day of the prep, and until then I'm currently like creating my schedule and stuff like that, and really really getting those specific blocks and how I will have to lift my threshold pace and stuff like that on the bike, and also on the swim, but mostly on the run, right? But it's so interesting, and I'm so so excited about it as well, to really do a mega prep this time. Will be probably 3-4 hours more on average per week sometimes, and around that. But I will not plan it to have those 24, 22-hour weeks. I think the peak ones would be about 16, 17, maybe 18-hour week, but on average maybe 10 to 11 hours a week. And during the last prep I did 8 hours and 40 minutes, right? But yeah, more on that later on. This was a few minutes now, but it's interesting in a way, and yeah, I want to learn more about this and how to lift your threshold and VO2 and stuff like that. So excited about this journey to become the like most fittest version of myself, but also to learn. So incredibly excited, and will of course do a whole new preparation series of that. I think it will be called maybe Road to Sub 9 is my plan for now, and I will do some planning around that. Would like to get maybe some partnerships on board as well to support the journey, but we'll see about that. That's it for now. See you.